We've all heard of missing pirate treasure and the legend of the lost ark, but are there really still missing treasures? You bet there are, and Yeah Buddy dove in to find 10 valuable treasures that are still missing. Number 1. Sarcophagus of Menkaure. The Egyptian pyramid of Pharaoh Menorah is the smallest of the 3 Giza pyramids and was constructed around 4,500 years ago. In the 1830s, English military officer Richard William Howard Vyse explored the pyramids in Giza, and among his discoveries was the beautifully ornate sarcophagus of Menkaure. In 1838, Vyse loaded the sarcophagus on a merchant ship, Beatrice, and it left on its way to London, England, destined for the British Museum. Sadly, not long after setting out, the ship sank, and along with it, Menkaure's sarcophagus. Out there somewhere in the Mediterranean Sea lies the remains of the ship and her precious cargo. Number 2. Honjo Masamune's sword. Goro Naruto Masamune is considered by many to be the greatest Japanese swordsmith ever. Sometime between the year of 1264 and 1343, he crafted the sword Honjo Masamune. In the years that followed, the sword passed to leader after leader, who had gained the sword through victory in battle. That is, until it came to Tokugawa Ieyasu, the first shogun of Japan. From that moment on, it passed down within the Tokugawa family from generation to generation. That is until the end of World War II and the American occupation of Japan. Being afraid that the Japanese swords could be used to rise up, the United States forced the Japanese to turn over all their swords. That included Honjo Masamune. The sword has never been seen again. It's possible that the sword was hidden by the Tokugawa family, or that it was destroyed by the Americans, like many were. But I like to hold out hope that it's still out there, possibly brought home by an American soldier not realizing what he had, and someday it will resurface. So, if you have any really old Japanese swords lying around, you may want to have them checked out. Number 3. Lost Library of the Moscow Tsars. The Library of the Moscow Tsars, also known as the Golden Library, was a vast library assembled over years, containing ancient Greek texts and other manuscripts from around the world. But at some point in the 16th century, the library disappeared. Some feel that Ivan IV, aka Ivan the Terrible, hid the library for some reason or another, and all the attempts to search for the library and its texts have been met with dead ends. Where did this vast trove of information go? No one really knows. Number 4. Crown Jewels of Ireland. Although not used for any coronation ceremony, the Crown Jewels of Ireland were said to contain a jeweled star of the Order of St. Patrick, a diamond brooch, and 5 gold collars. The jewelry was made from 394 stones taken from Queen Charlotte's jewelry, and an Order of the Bath badge. The jewels also held rupees from a Mughal emperor, and possibly precious stones provided by a Sultan of Turkey. In 1907, thieves broke into Dublin Castle and stole the crown jewels. To this day, they have never been seen again. Check your grandmother's jewelry chest, you never know. Number 5. Ozark Treasure Cave. In the northwest corner of Arkansas, USA, is rumored to be a cave with a large stash of treasure. The story goes that over 350 years ago, Spanish conquistadors fled to the Ozarks from Native Americans who were chasing them. The conquistadors then hid their treasure in a cave, only for it to be never found again. While this one seems easy to dismiss as old folklore, it starts to gain credibility due to the fact that Spanish conquistador artifacts like helmets and swords have been found in the area. Time to grab the metal detector. Number 6. Bishop's Stolen Treasure. In 1357, the ship São Vicente set sail from Lisbon, Portugal to Avignon, France, carrying a treasure received from a recently deceased bishop. The treasure included gold, silver, rings, tapestries, jewels, fine plates, and even a portable altar. While sailing near the town of Cartagena, Spain, the São Vicente was attacked by two heavily armed pirate vessels, whose crew seized its treasure. One pirate ship, commanded by a man named Antonio Botafogo, was later captured after it ran aground. However, the other pirate ship, commanded by Martin Yanes, appears to have made a clean getaway. What happened to Yanes and his pirate crew and his stolen treasure is unknown. Maybe X marks the spot. Number 7. Just Judges. The Just Judges is a panel of art that is part of the Ghent altarpiece, a 15th century work of art painted by Hubert and Jan van Eyck that is located in the St. Bavo Cathedral in Ghent, Belgium. The panel shows a number of men on horseback. In 1934, the panel was stolen and never found. You might want to check your local thrift shops. Number 8. The Florentine Diamond. A stunning 137.27 carats, the Florentine Diamond is believed to be the largest yellow gem of its type in the world. In November 1918, it was in the possession of the Habsburg royal family, who had just been deposed after the empire that they ruled, Austria and Hungary, found itself on the losing side of World War I. The family deposited the gem in a bank vault in Switzerland, entrusting it to an Austrian lawyer named Bruno Steiner, who was supposed to help the deposed royal family sell it along with other royal jewels. It's unclear what happened next. A news report published in 1924 indicates that Steiner was arrested, charged with fraud, and acquitted. It's possible that the Florentine Diamond was recut sometime after World War I and is now a series of smaller diamonds, or it's possible that it's still out there somewhere, waiting to be found. Number 9. Lost Da Vinci. In 1505, Leonardo da Vinci painted a mural depicting the 1440 victory of the Italian League over Milan in the Battle of Anghiati. The painting, in the Palazzo Vecchio, disappeared in 1563, and the hall was remodeled by painter and architect Giorgio Vasari. In 2012, a team of art experts announced they had discovered evidence that the mural was not stolen and that another mural by Giorgio Vasari had simply been painted over Da Vinci's mural. However, the results were never confirmed, and the research was put on indefinite hold in September of 2012. And lastly, number 10, Menorah of the Second Temple. Between roughly 66 and 74, Jewish rebels trying to free Israel from Roman rule fought against the Roman army. In 70, the rebels suffered a critical blow as Jerusalem was captured by a Roman army led by Titus, a general who would later become a Roman emperor. The Second Temple was destroyed, and the Roman army carried its treasures back to Rome. The treasures included the temple's menorah, a lampstand with 6 branches. The Arch of Titus, located in Rome, includes a scene depicting the menorah being carried to Rome. In the scene, the menorah appears as a massive object, almost as big as the soldiers carrying it. The fate of the menorah after it arrived in Rome is unclear. Some people speculate it could still be somewhere in Rome, waiting to be found. And that's it. 10 valuable treasures that are still missing. Did we miss any? I'm sure we did. Let us know which ones we missed in the comments below, and maybe they'll make an upcoming video. Also, if you enjoyed this video, I'm not asking for a donation, just that you hit the like button. Oh, and while you're at it, you might as well hit the subscribe button as well. Thanks for watching. Yeah, buddy.